Gemini. Sai, you can start.
Yes, sir. Uh, so Gemini is a dual sign, which usually represents a pair or twins or a sexual union, or I mean something that is one part is male and the other part is female.
Mhm.
And it is said in one place that it is made to operate the polarization of both spirit and matter, so physical and non-physical.
Mhm.
And then the and because the Lord is both, it is also said that it is, I mean, male and the both the counterparts, one being male and the other being female, and both being of intelligence, represents that it is creativity of intelligence.
Mhm.
And the principle, I mean, it creates duality, and it also creates uncertainty and changeability.
Mhm.
Because it is a dual sign, it is very uncertain.
Mhm.
And in one place, it is written that Gemini usually shows the qualities of Quicksilver. Um,
Quick.
Quicksilver,
Mhm.
Mercury,
Mhm.
which because it is highly elusive, and I mean, it is not what it looks like. So
Mhm.
to see it as very fluidy, but then it is very heavy,
Mhm.
and changeability has been there through and through. So
Mhm.
usually Gemini people are very intelligent and intuitive,
Mhm.
but because of their instability, they keep changing things.
Mhm.
Although they are intelligent, they are not stable.
Mhm.
Uh, and the other part being uh, they lack satisfaction, they lack contentment, contentment, they lack stability, and therefore there is no mental peace in them. They're always behind something or the other, running, running, and running.
Mhm.
And depression, suicidal tendencies are also seen.
Mhm.
And because the Lord has both, they crave for knowing new things and they are curious.
Mhm.
So, and regarding the signs, which I mean, what are the what is the effect of planets uh, if they are situated in Gemini? Should we start
Okay.
this?
No. First, let me just summarize it.
So,
Okay, so Gemini is the third astrological sign of zodiac. So, if we consider Aries as one, then Gemini is the third sign. So, it being the third sign, it is the natural sign of communication. And because the Lord is Mercury, the communicative skills are expanded as far as Gemini is concerned. So it is a lot of communication. It is a lot. It signifies short distance travels. It signifies movement. It signifies courage. So third house signifies all these characters. So the main thing, what theme which is seen in Gemini is the communication ability. It is the instinct. It is the inquisitiveness, which is very strong. So it being a male sign, huh, so you will find all male qualities in this sign. So like courage, like high testosterone, like ambitious, like earning money, uh, like traveling. So these all high testosterone symptoms would be seen in Gemini. It being a windy sign makes it an intellectual sign or the desire to gain knowledge. So they are always after 10 things at one time. And it being a dual sign, they're unstable. Unstable means like a typical sulfur individual or China, uh, they love to do many things at one time, or even drugs like argentum nitricum, sulfuric acid. They will love to do 10 things at one time, and they usually are jack of all trades and master of none. Because of that curiosity, they want to learn each and everything, but they will not go in details of things. It would be more at a superficial level. But they have knowledge of each and every subject. And it being a Mercury related sign, so they can have multiple jobs or they can carry out multiple jobs. They being dual sign, they can sit in one place as well as they can roam around. So they are fit everywhere. They can do each and every type of job. So it is best suitable for salesmen or astrology, because it rules over mathematics. Mercury rules over mathematics. So you will find the logic being very strong in such individuals. The planning, they will be planning ahead of things. Whatever they can prophesize is what, like if a person is uh, Gemini dominant or Mercury dominant, so what could be the projected report, what could be the company's profit and loss, they can project well in advance because they usually are planners. So depending upon the position of Mercury and depending upon other planets which affect Mercury or the ascendant, uh, it it could be strong or it could be weak. So like I always tell ki Mercury is always with Sun and he is best when alone. So when Mercury is alone or with Sun but in a distance, it should not be combusted. Such people usually you will find intelligent, usually you will find prosperous, usually you find committed, usually you will find them intelligent, you will find them successful in their business or in their job. Donald Trump is Gemini ascendant. Obama is Gemini ascendant. Uh, Einstein is Gemini ascendant. Many heroines are Gemini ascendant because they are very communicative. The strength of Gemini is communication. So, and can do many jobs, multitaskers. They can do many jobs at one time. They can be good writers, they can be good poets. Uh, they like to exhibit, they can be boasters or they like to exhibit their knowledge because the 10th house related to Gemini is Jupiter. So they will like to exhibit wisdom. So they can be into teaching lines where they will like to show off their wisdom. They could be boasters related to that. If uh, Mercury is malefic. Now, if Mercury is combusted with Sun, then it is increased use of brain leading to exhaustion. So such people normally have brain fat. Huh? So drugs like sulfuric acid, all acid, drug like phosphoric acid, drugs like zincum, they usually tend to land up in brain exhaustion due to overuse of brain. So they need to rest. They need to sit in one place, meditate, and control their thought process. because the thought process is continuous. The plans making is very continuous. As far as Mercury and Gemini being a windy sign, the thoughts go with the wind. They may not be, they will not control their thoughts. So Geminines are extroverts who have mastery over their communications. They can sell anything and everything in the world. They are jack of all trades, and master of none. They can be very good. Gemini, Lord is Mercury, so it's a prince. Like we say, sun is a king, moon is a queen, Mercury is a prince. So usually they have got a very good physique. They enjoy exercising. They love to maintain a good physique. But being dual, they may not be able to stick to their opinions. And they usually love changes. That is why they lack perseverance. That's the reason that they cannot become scientists until unless you got Saturn in the first house of Gemini, which will give them lot of perseverance. Otherwise, they tend to get bored very easily. Undertakes many things but pursues nothing. They can be very humorous, very witty. And it is being a Rashi of Kama Trikon. So they love projection. They would like boasting their abilities, intelligence. So performance and appreciation is very important for them. So you will find a lot of actors. So being communicative, they can be extremely loquacious. The talk in air, that is also one symptom when you consider about Gemini. But usually there is logic in their communicative ability. So when Mercury is malefic or there is problem, so you will find this mental retardation, Down syndrome, autism, stammerics, especially ADHD type of children, because it is a windy sign, and where Mercury becomes combusted or debilitated with Gemini ascendant, for them to sit in one place becomes very difficult. So constitutions or the symptoms which we can take as for repertorization would be loquacity, argumentative, intelligent, witty, boasters, inquisitive, inconstancy, communicative, humorous, lack of constant concentration or inconstancy. That is what we have taken. So the male characteristic could be egotism, confused, aptitude for mathematics, puzzles. So dominant miasm out here would be Sora or Soro-psychotic, because they're not very serious about things. So the main remedy which I always say for Gemini or Mercury related people are sulfur, arsenic, hyoscyamus, lachesis. So you can think about all remedies which are very loquacious, which are planners, which love to remain in fancy, who can be super imaginative, like cannabis, like belladonna, like anhelonium. So these are people who are, at homeopathic point of view, you can think about typical sulfur or lachesis. Such type of people will usually have a very strong Mercury or a Gemini ascendant or somewhere these qualities, either Gemini or Virgo, either of the two, you will find them very prominent. So Virgo ascendant or Gemini ascendant or a Virgo moon or a Gemini moon will have this type of characteristics. So Rajesh Khanna was a Gemini. So this is chart of Rajesh Khanna. We'll go to the chart. So Sai, go ahead.
Yes, sir. And Sun in Gemini.
So Sun becomes the third lord. 1, 2, 3. Sun when comes in Gemini, it is the third lord in first house. That is how we'll correlate or we'll calculate.
Sir. So Sun in Gemini people are always ready for the action. And they always want something adventurous and that too which is very unique. They are like very because of the Sun, the authority is there, and because of the both the speaking capabilities are there, therefore they can be a very good influential orators.
Yes.
And they're very optimistic, and because of the Sun, they are known for their intelligence, and also they become very, as you told that because of Sun, there is brain fagness and debility.
It is not necessary. See, Sun in any house, specifically now Gemini in windy sign means egoistic about their knowledge.
Okay.
Got it? Sun is ego. Being the lord of third house, again it becomes communication and courage. So such people will be courageous, such people will be egoistic, such people will love to display their knowledge. Or they could be boasting about their knowledge. Or they could look down upon people who are not knowledgeable. Got it? So, मैं कितना तुमसे होशियार हूँ, how I am more intelligent than you. That is how they will show to people. So they can look down upon people. They can be contemptuous towards people. And because it is a windy sign, so it will be seen. That arrogance would be seen in such type of people.
Okay.
At the same time, they will be courageous. They will head an institution. But as a boss, he would have this type of negative qualities. That I am the intelligent person and you are nothing in front of me. A typical boasting of you will see of Veratrum when you have got Sun in first house in a windy sign like Mercury. So the arrogance and the ego and the what we say courage would be related to knowledge. That I'll argue to prove my point, because Gemini is argumentative again. So I will argue to prove my superiority to my points. So these can be best people for debates. So that would be Sun. Yes. Then next.
And also in one place it was written that these people have got very loud laughter.
Yes. So cannabis indica delusion, he's an emperor मेरे ख्याल से. Delusion is a king. उसमें Veratrum भी है, cannabis भी है, queen भी है उसमें मेरे ख्याल से. हाँ. So the cannabis people tend to laugh very loud.
Yes.
So you can think about these drugs. They can be very loud because of Sun.
Okay. And next will be Moon in Gemini.
Hmm.
Moon in Gemini, people are very changeable, because even Gemini is a Aries sign, and Moon is somebody which is very changeable.
Yes.
So these people are very much capricious,
Hmm.
and their imagination will be very good, because both plus Moon,
Yes.
and so is their communication. So whatever they imagine thing, they can communicate. They can also
Hmm.
communicate it.
Hmm.
Emotional beauty is Buddh plus Moon. I mean, intellectual
Yes.
beauty.
Yes.
So, I mean, while talking to these people, the other person also feels comfortable, because the Moon has got that motherly understanding nature.
Hmm.
Uh, and they usually have this gift of the gap, because Moon also brings that, Moon plus Buddh brings that wit,
Hmm.
imaginative wittiness.
Yes.
And while they're talking, also they jump from one topic to other,
Hmm.
and they have, I mean, they can adapt to any situation very easily.
Yes.
Uh,
So always you have to say that it is the Lord of second house. This is the Lord of second house, Moon.
okay,
Is in
okay,
first house. Hmm?
okay,
So what
okay,
is second house? Second house is speech. Second house is family. Second house is resources. Huh? Huh? Is in first house. And Moon being mother again is in first house. So means what, he'll be influenced by his mother, or he'll be very attached to his mother. Hmm? Or his family will play a very important role in his life.
okay, sir.
So the family would be very influential on him. So either family or the resources. Resources means he could be money minded.
Okay,
So Moon will make him more finicky, will make him more capricious, will make him more meticulous, will make him, he could make him fastidious. Huh?
yes,
Sensitivity would be there. So you can think of a drug who is very touchy, who
of
doesn't like to
course.
be touched. Huh? So he could be poet also. He could be a singer also, because he's the lord of second house moon in the first house. So he could be affectionate also. So depending upon the other planets which affect the first house, or which affect the moon, or which affect the second house, this characteristics could be more pronounced, or could be deficient. They say if it is Shukla Paksha moon in first house, so you will find good qualities present. If it is Krishna Paksha moon in the first house, you will find bad qualities of moon present, like jealousy, like possessiveness,
Okay,
like self-centeredness. He may not give out money, like arsenic. If it is a Shukla Paksha moon, you will find him more benevolent, you will find him more affectionate, you will find him more caring. His speech would be very caring. He could be very affectionate in his speech.
yes.
So somebody, the range will be right from China to phosphorus,
Mm-hmm.
huh? Huh? Because it is Mercury. The phosphorus is give and take phosphorus. It is not only affectionate phosphorus.
Mm-hmm.
So phosphorus, the theme of phosphorus, as what we have been taught in our college days, is that I will give affection provided I get affection.
Right.
Uh, It is not just I will go on giving affection. So that is typical of phosphorus, Gemini phosphorus. So Gemini phosphorus, which is Venus related or which could be moon related, you will find them. You will find them. I am very attached to you. I am very giver. I am very close to you. The moment he turns, that person turns docile, he will catch somebody else and will become more affectionate to that person. So that inconstancy is there quite a lot. Sai, there is a lot of disturbance in your air. I think so. There's a lot of air
One,
coming in your mic.
one sec. I'll just switch off the fan, sir. Yes.
Mhm.
Now is it clear, sir?
Yeah, yeah, it is better. So this is related to moon.
Yes.
Uh, so the touchy people like China also you can consider in these cases, or witty people like Lachesis or Hyoscyamus you can consider here. Imaginative people again like cannabis you can consider out here. So all qualities of moon can be there depending upon other planetary influences or action on that particular house or on Mercury or on moon or planets in the second house.
Okay.
Okay, next planet.
Next, Sun is done. Therefore, Mercury in Gemini.
Hmm.
So Mercury in Gemini will be. Mercury is Lord of the first house and also the fourth house.
Fourth house, yes.
So Mercury has got very fast thinking. Mercury in home means uh, in home.
Extremely logical, no? He's in his own house.
Okay.
Mercury in its own house means extremely intelligent, extremely logical person. Huh? All the characteristics of Gemini would be very much pronounced. So whatever we were talking about Gemini initially will be very prominent in these people. Extremely witty, physically very conscious. They could be good-looking individuals.
Okay.
At the same time, mathematicians, logic could be very strong. At the same time, they can be critical, they can be contemptuous, they can be extremely friendly, they can be businessmen, they can be ambassadors, they can be diplomats. They usually will attend a very high post
Okay.
if Mercury is alone. If Mercury is combusted, uh, so then these qualities will lead to increased use of brain, leading to brain fat. Because then you have got Sun and Mercury both. Hmm? So that
Mm.
ego leading to brain fat, uh, or wanting to maintain his position leading to brain fat, or aggravated by heat. So they can have
Okay.
migraines because excessive use of brain or excessive thinking will lead to problems. They can be absent-minded. They can have concentration which is difficult. So memory, logic could be strong, but memory could be weak. Or memory can be active, both the things, but increased use of brain leading to Alzheimer's or dementia. So usually you will find scientists or people who are very intellectual, they are absent-minded, they are forgetful. The rubrics which you take abstraction of mind, they become obsessed in one thing only. So Mercury in own house means could be obsessed with one's own self. So they could be obsessed for perfection. Somebody like Amir Khan.
Okay.
Huh? So that perfection, they could be obsessed for it. And they will not trust anybody. So everything they will want to do it for by themselves. So drugs like arsenic, again, can come up depending upon other planetary situations or position. But usually they are extremely intelligent people. So again, it being the Lord of fourth house in first house, again, it means that they are close to their mother. Mother will have an influence on them. Mother also would be intelligent or intellectual person. Mother's opinion would be important for her, for him or her. So there is lot of practicality in the house. So such people are very fastidious at home also.
Mhm.
So they could be very particular about their finances. कि हर एक पैसे का हिसाब लिखेंगे कि 5 रुपया खर्चा हुआ, 10 रुपया खर्चा हुआ, किधर हुआ, क्या हुआ. They may give, but then everything has to be in a very systematic fashion. So you will consider fastidious remedies in such cases. Arsenic, nux vomica, carcinosin, graphitis, all remedies who are fastidious can come up with Mercury in first house. So it makes a person very intelligent, but excessive use of brain would be there in such people. Next.
Next is Rahu in Gemini.
Hmm.
Rahu is a deceitful planet, and with Mercury means they become manipulators,
Yes.
and they're very mysterious also because Rahu is a shadow. So in shadow, their intelligence is I mean, the intelligence has shadow on it, so people can't make who they actually are.
Hmm. Hmm.
So can Ophidias be thought of, sir?
Ophidias also can be thought of, but it gives rise to fear or it gives rise to insecurity. Rahu is about fear. Rahu is about insecurity. In first house means insecurity related to self, insecurity related to themselves. So not trusting people. Or the second aspect of Rahu could be ki, they that psychotic behavior will come up. So they will not let anybody penetrate them. So that people would be vulnerable, like Medorinum. Like
Mhm.
Medorinum, which is particular or fastidious in nature or anxious in nature. So that type of image you can get with related to Rahu. Or loquacity. They will go on talking, talking, talking and will not listen to others, like Lachesis.
Mhm.
But for Lachesis, you have to have both Rahu and Mercury in first house.
Okay.
If we are thinking of Lachesis in that particular person, only Rahu will give rise to fear or will give rise to anxiety related to self, because it's a windy planet, it's a Mercury related planet. So there would be a lot of anxiety about health,
Mhm.
lot of fear. It may lead to panic disorders or uh, even schizophrenia. Rahu or Ketu both can lead to this type of issues. Fear, panic, going into depression, or like suicidal, what you were telling.
Sure.
This can be related to Rahu or Ketu, depending upon, or it can lead to gambling, excessive. So there is the control of Mercury is lost out there in a windy sign. At the same time, it can be a scientific brain. Rahu positive, because Rahu is not a enemy of Mercury. So Rahu first house for Gemini
Mhm.
could lead to increase in imaginative power or illusion, hallucination, something like Crotalus cascavella,
Mhm.
where they can predict things or profess things. Professing that rubric also can occur depending upon if there are other planets in windy signs. So if wind signs are more prominent, like like 3, 7, 11, means you have got many planets in Libra, or you have got many planets in Aquarius and Gemini. So then you will find increased capacity of the brain, something like a drug addict.
Okay.
So if you think about LSD, the drug which is available, many scientists or many workers used to take this drug to decrease the sleep in them, so they can go without sleep for days together. Even Steve Jobs used to take LSD.
Okay.
So it increases the capacity of the brain at a syphilitic level.
Mhm.
Hmm. So scientists, researchers, they, in a positive way, they take this drug like LSD. Even if you see Sherlock Holmes as a serial, huh, he was a drug addict as far as even in the serial to prevent him from sleeping. Like coffee addictors, people take black coffee so that they don't get sleep, to increase their intelligence at that level. So this can be related to Rahu, that's leading to brain fag or complete destruction of the brain, where brain shuts down completely and they become maniacs.
Okay.
So that control is lost completely. This can be related to Rahu.
Okay.
Okay, next.
And Ketu in Gemini.
Hmm.
Again, Ketu in Gemini brings indecisiveness.
Hmm.
And because Ketu is headless and it is in a windy sign, they'll be more of confused. They cannot take
Yes.
decisions of themselves.
Hmm.
And also Mercury being dual sign, they'll have tough time taking one call. If
Hmm.
at all they've got two options, they cannot decide on it. They
Yes.
cannot decide one out of two.
Hmm.
And they also I mean want a I mean they like freedom,
Hmm.
and they want to be independent, but they cannot be independent.
Yes. Syphilitic pulsatilla, if you think about, or multiple personality disorders, you can think about Ketu in Gemini in first house. Especially the Lagna Lord Mercury is weak, Ketu is in Gemini, and you have got Saturn aspecting the first house, or you've got Mars aspecting the first house. So such people can get influenced very easily. They can be yielding, or they can get magnetized very easily. Again, like Ketu, we talk about terrorism or suicide bombers.
Yes.
Uh, So such people can have this type of mentality because they will not be able to decide for themselves. But being an intellectual sign, it won't be like Baraita.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, it is mainly indecision. So it will lead to split personalities. So something like anacardium, something like pulsatilla. One shoulder you have got an angel in anacardium, other shoulder is devil. Hmm?
Right.
Angel is telling the person, "Ki Papa, be benevolent, be good." The devil is saying to him, kill that person. Hmm? Or why
Mm.
you want to help. So this can be a Ketu personality. So you can find drugs like dual, where mind is dual. So all dual personality, Naja, anacardium, where there is duality, where there is confusion at a mental level. Syphilitic pulsatilla, calcareas may also come up in such cases. But typical example for especially Gemini with Ketu, you can think about anacardium.
Okay.
Because usually anacardium people are very intelligent.
Mhm.
Yes. Next.
Next is Venus in Gemini.
Yes.
Again, airy. I mean, Venus being airy and even Gemini being airy, these people are very superficial and buoyant.
No, 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 no. You're wrong. Venus is a lord of Aries sign as well as lord of fixed sign. It is Venus is the lord of Taurus, that is 12th house, and Libra in first house. Hmm?
Libra is wind,
Libra
Aries.
is windy,
Okay, okay,
Aries sign, but Taurus is a fixed sign,
okay,
is
okay,
a
okay.
earthy sign. Huh.
So these people become flirtatious.
Yes, because it is the fifth lord in first house as well as 12th lord. 12th lord is house of bed and house of expense in
Okay.
first house. So they can become flirtatious. Yes.
And gamblers,
Yes.
typical fluoric acid type.
Yes. But they usually are successful because Venus again is a lord of Venus is a friend of Mercury.
Okay.
So they can be very good in bed.
Mhm.
They could be sexually oriented people. But they are usually can be very successful and extremely intelligent. Like somebody like Sigmund Freud. Freud used to talk about sex.
Okay.
But extremely intelligent person. Hmm. There is one more individual who just expired, who lived for nearly 90 years. I forgot. Uh, Playboy magazine owner.
Uh-huh.
I forgot his name. So this is typical Gemini and Venus combination, and successful. Usually Venus for Gemini in first house, they are extremely successful people. Somebody like even Vijay Mallya, Kingfisher. So you
Right.
have got drugs like Veratrum. Uh, so they are
Hugh
flirtatious.
Hefner.
Huh?
Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner. Yes. He's the owner of Playboy magazine.
Okay.
So he transformed basically the industry that time.
Okay.
Where when this was supposed, newspaper was supposed to be very conservative. It should not have, they were only plain newspapers. There was no advertisement, no articles. So he was the person who transformed, who started putting ads, who started putting glamour in newspapers.
Okay.
So he was the first person to do this, to add females or to add the feminine qualities in newspapers. While newspaper is also a Mercury dominant thing,
Okay.
news is Mercury dominant. But
So
when you
should
have Venus in that,
okay.
so you will get glamour in with writing, glamour with intelligence. So Venus first house, especially for Gemini ascendant, you will find glamour, you will find exclusivity with intelligence.
Okay.
Mhm. So that branding will come for Venus, for Mercury. That thing that being conservative or being Mercury being like a Bania, which is a Virgo Mercury. But here with the windy sign and Venus in it, you will find that expansion, that intellectual expansion related to glamour. So they can be they can be extremely they can be extrovert, they can be flamboyant, they can be witty, they can be glamorous, they can be beautiful, they can be extremely joyous. Somebody like even Hyoscyamus you can think of, naive but intelligent.
Mm.
So it is not the syphilitic Hyoscyamus we are talking about. We are talking about the psoric or psychotic Hyoscyamus when we have got Venus element present out there. So think about Vijay Mallya, Hugh Hefner. They will like to bring that spice in intelligence.
Mhm.
So Venus is very well placed as far as Gemini is concerned. So those who
So
have got
can they become good photographers or nude photographers
yes,
because
yes, 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 yes. It can be glamour magazines, film fair, news photographers. See, when Rahu gets involved, now then you will find pornography or then you will find nudity out there. Huh? Only Venus will not cause nudity. You will find glamour as far as, see, even for Hugh Hefner, who is supposed to be a Playboy magazine, he displayed nudity with glamour.
Okay.
Huh? It was not, he didn't want to, it was beauty which was projected in form of nakedness. But then
Mhm.
other magazines which came up during that time, because he became very popular, huh, then it came down to pornography, or it came down to gross nudity, or that
Oh,
grossness or the dirtiness, huh, came up, to compete with him. But he was the person who never propagated grossness or dirtiness as far as nudity is concerned. So it was that grace which was there. Means he put that thing, even though it was nude, but it was a graceful type of nudity as far as Playboy was concerned.
okay.
So that if you see his story, you will understand that he wanted to, that Gussie and Hugo Boss, this all were Tag Heuer, this all this that
Hmm.
fineness or that richness was mostly promoted by Hugh Hefner. Means it is not only related to, means the best of the best. That was what he was promoting.
Mhm.
Huh. So if you have the best, then you can get the best. Huh?
Oh,
So that was related to Hefner. But when Rahu comes up, then you will find that grossness or that dirtiness which will come up. Huh? Like drugs like Ustilago, huh? Which is a
okay.
very dirty drug. Hmm. So this is gross Ustilago. Then you have got the drug was not Uferinum. On O, I always forget the name of the drug.
Origami.
Oregano. Huh? Here, then you'll find that grossness which will come, that dirtiness which will come. Huh? Yeah? While here, this Venus is not about dirtiness. Okay, next.
And can there be musicians and fashion people
Yes,
also?
yes, fashion people, musician, no, musician, moon, yes. This is all related to fashion photography. It can be photographers.
Oh,
It is glamour. You always have to have glamour in it. Musicians who are glamorous, like it is
yeah,
dance and music together.
right.
So you somebody like Michael Jackson, or Britney
Witty
Spears,
musicians like
Madonna. You can think about uh, this Venus dominant people.
witty musicians are like Zakir Hussain, bit plus storytelling, wittiness while they perform.
uh, Wittiness, they are stand-up comedians, no? You can think about stand-up comedians then.
Right.
Stand-up comedians, yes. But then it is not necessary Venus. Even Mercury, only Gemini people can be good stand-up comedians.
Okay.
It is not necessary to have Venus.
Okay.
For Venus, it is everything is related to glamour. Just remember, it is related to advertisement, it is related to glamour, it is related to projection, it is related to appreciation, it is related to looks, it is related to richness. वो
Okay.
चीज आना चाहिए उसमें. हाँ? Means he is wearing a Armani and he is presenting himself.
Right.
So then you can think about like Bappi Lahiri, for example, who wears
Mhm.
gold always, so much gold.
Right.
Uh, so the music director like him, uh, it won't be somebody like A.R. Rahman. Uh, so A.R. Rahman, you find that metallic quality, that dignity which is present in A.R. Rahman, that won't be there as far as Bappi Lahiri is concerned. Or Anu Malik, typical, this type of characters you can see, who like to show off. It is not a subtleness.
Okay.
So they are metals strongly. Saturn first house, you can think about. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
Jupiter in Gemini.
uh, Jupiter means the seventh lord and 10th lord in Gemini. So this is Jupiter in Gemini, Rajesh Khanna.
Okay.
Uh,
So
Tell,
Jupiter in Gemini, they are very quick decision makers because I mean, their mental quickness is very much there, and whatever small bits and pieces of information they have, they make a they can come to conclusion very fast, and the decision is made very fast, and intelligent decisions are made,
yes.
and because of which they can become good writers,
Hmm.
and uh,
Hmm.
also I mean in this uh, astrologically also can they be good, sir? Because Jupiter is something that is related with homeopathy, astrology, and all good sciences in which the intelligence is added.
Okay. Hmm. See, Jupiter, as we had said before, is not a friend of Mercury. Hmm. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So, Mercury and Gemini is related to expansion. Huh? So, Mercury makes a person very communicative, a boaster, very friendly. He loves to make friends. He loves to go along with people, to project his knowledge. uh, Extremely logical, extremely witty. uh, While Jupiter makes a person serious. Jupiter makes a person more balanced. Jupiter makes a person more restrictive. So somewhere Jupiter, when it comes in a Mercury sign, either Virgo or Gemini, uh, will make him intelligent, but will make him restrictive. So there will be Jupiter is spiritual person, uh, while Gemini is a logical or an intellectual person, or he is a businessman. For him, gains is very important. Jupiter says dharma is more important. So there becomes a conflict in them. What to do? Whether to be spiritual, huh, or whether to be a businessman. So you will find businessmen turning into spirituality, huh,
Mhm.
huh, or this film stars turning into spirituality. You had Vinod Khanna who went into Osho. Huh?
Yes.
He was a Osho follower. Then you have now this Kenu Reeves. Huh? Kenu Reeves has completely given up. Kenu Reeves, the star of Matrix, if you all know, star of Interceptor. It, so he, uh, Johnny Wick star, Keanu Reeves, one of the most successful actors of modern times. He left completely and he came to India into religious things. So this transformation can occur because they themselves are very confused. And again, they may go into Vinod Khanna again left Osho, and he came into film industry. So this which leads to cancer. So Guru in first house, specifically Gemini, is good, which will give him stability, but the innermost restlessness would be curtained. It is suppressed. It is not
Mhm.
accepted.
Mhm.
Got it? The emotions out here are suppressed because it is not my true self. My true self is logic. My true self is practicality. And Jupiter is trying to give me that uh, religious thing or telling ki everything is wrong, materialistic thing is wrong. So I am suppressing my emotions. Hmm? and accepting spirituality which is not there inherent in me, which leads to conflict. So what we say about separation means everybody, that's what I say, that everybody does not land up in separation. That is my common, means all homeopaths are scared. अरे ये मैं कुछ दे दूंगा तो suppress हो जाएगा, ये कुछ दे दूंगा तो suppress हो जाएगा. No, it cannot happen in that fashion. So this is a tendency for suppression. When there are opposite planets, in particularly in your first house,
Okay.
like Guru, means Guru and Mercury are totally opposite. So this guy can go into suppression. When you have got Mars in first house for Gemini, which will become the Lord of sixth house in first. So this guy will go into ailments from vaccination or ailments from operations. Like somebody like Staphylococcus aureus, ailments from abdominal operation. So this doesn't happen with everybody. And for him, like I said, for a Mercury person, if they go into a lot of spirituality, they will get more confused. They will land up in more problems. So for Osho, if you think of Osho's command-in-chief, who was the right hander of Osho was Sheila.
Ma Sheila.
Ma Sheila. So Sheila was a completely Mercury dominant person who was very dedicated to Osho, but she had nothing to do with meditation or nothing to do with Osho's practice. She was only handling that empire of Osho. So the typical example of Sheila, who will have Guru in first house, or she may have Ketu in first house, but a Mercury dominant person. So I got many patients of this type who go into spirituality, who are very intelligent, who are very industrious, and they go into spirituality, but they can never do meditation. Or they can never do yoga, or they can never follow into that course. वो गुरु की दशा आ गई है, नहीं तो केतु की दशा आ गई है, नहीं तो सैटर्न की दशा आ रही है, तो they are going into that thing. But the basic tendency for them, and they come and ask me, I know I have to do that, but I cannot do meditation, or I cannot do yoga, or I cannot do.
That is applicable for me, sir. I cannot do these things.
हाँ, तो तुम्हारा कौन सा लग्न है?
मेरा लग्न सिंह है.
हाँ,
सिंह लग्न है.
सिंह लग्न है. ओके, तो सिंह लग्न भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि नहीं कर सकते. हाँ, but then it is difficult because Siha Lagna is a fiery and fixed sign. No? So for them to change themselves becomes difficult. They like to go into more of physical. ये तो आराम पसंद है ज्यादा, वो चीज आ जाती है as far as Leo is concerned. So they can either go into physical exercises or they may go more into कि चलो जिधर बैठे आराम से बैठे, that is meditation for them, where there is luxury around. On the throne, lion likes to be on the throne. So for Gemini, it becomes again Guru becomes an obstruction for them, because they feel because their wife is spiritual, वो continue spiritual डालती रहेगी because he's the lord of seventh house. और इधर कर्म का भी वही स्थान है, तो उसको लगने लगता है कि बाबा नहीं, that is right for me. But that leads to conflict, and it can lead to severe disorders like brain tumors, or it can lead to dementia, or it can lead to disease like Alzheimer's, also psychotic type of illnesses, or even diabetes, gastric disorders. So Guru in first house is very good, but for Gemini, you can say it is mixed results you will get, because the confusion can increase again. As Jupiter is not a friend of Mercury. While if you have got Saturn out here, so they can be जो बोलते हैं ना yoga teachers. So they can be very flexible and they could be very good meditators. But it will be mainly into physical yoga, like Hatha yoga. People that are yoga, there are different types of practitioners. So one practitioner is Hatha yoga, where it is more into physical type of practice. So there was this guy in US. He was previously a wrestler. Then he took yoga as an epidemic in US. I forgot. I'm very poor in names. Anybody knows his name?
Bikram.
Huh?
Bikram yoga.
Bikram B के नाम से उसका B के नाम से है ना?
Bikram hot yoga कुछ तो करके है.
हाँ. Bikram B पे है. So he was a consultant to मेरे ख्याल से president of United States. So he used to practice yoga in he used to have nearly 100 or 2,000 yoga teachers under him. At 37 to 40 degrees Celsius, he used to keep temperature. Because he used to believe the more your body is hot, the more your body becomes flexible.
Bikram hot yoga.
Bikram hot yoga, na?
Then he got trapped in some sexual scandal.
Scandal, yes.
Uske baad that company has been taken over by somebody else.
He was the chief yoga instructor to President of America. I think so. He cured him of some major illness. अभी मुझे exactly ध्यान में नहीं आ रहा है who was the president, but he had so many Rolls-Royce cars. Bikram. So that is Saturn-Mars combination first house, or Saturn-Mars-Rahu combination in first house. So this Hatha yoga, extremely flexible person, and extremely it would be cruelty on his body. And he used to charge around that time $5,000, $6,000 per person for his training courses. Richard Nixon, he was teaching to president. It was Richard Nixon. He, like Osho, he had his own township. So that is also typical Gemini. Gemini, Saturn, Mars combination, something like that you can think about. But Saturn is a friend of Gemini, which will give him that stability, which will give him that strength to concentrate, which can make him extremely intelligent because he's the friend. But Jupiter not being his friend will create problems. He will feel dominated. He will feel restricted. Because he will feel his wife is dominating him, something of that sort, that everybody is trying to change him, which he doesn't want to. So that is what I mean to say कि बाबा हर एक जन को हर एक चीज नहीं जमती. So we say yoga is very good, लेकिन ये बंदे को नहीं जमेगा. For him, pranayam or yoga is difficult. So for him, physical exercise, Gemini people like physical exercises. Like a tuberculinum person, you tell him to do yoga or sit in one place and do, he cannot do it. Very difficult for him. So you need a fixed sign person for yoga, like a Saturn dominant person. Makar Rashi wala something, or Makar Lagna, or even Kumbh people can do pranayam. Very good, because it is fixed and windy sign.
Hmm.
So I think so. We have covered all planets.
Yes.
So Saturn also we have covered with this. We have covered Jupiter, because Jupiter and Saturn both give discipline, but Jupiter discipline for Mithun would be positive. Sorry, Saturn discipline would be positive. Jupiter's discipline would be very positive. It could be negative for that person. So I had a very typical, I don't have a chart, but then I had a very a similar person who was like Naksomika, extremely loud, extremely ambitious, uh, and नेव, जो अपने मन में आता था बोल देता था, loud, arrogant. He went into Radha Swami. हाँ, तो where he got influenced very much. हाँ, कि बाबा आपको चिढ़ना नहीं है, आपको आपके इमोशंस को कंट्रोल करना है, आपको you should not be aggressive, तुमको चिल्लाना नहीं है किसी पे, which was exactly opposite to his nature. Huh? And then he came to me in a totally messed up stage. That person who was so confident, so dynamic, so ambitious became like a vegetable. अरे मैंने इतनी गलती की. He went into that remorse type of a thing. मैं सबको चिल्लाता था. हाँ? मैंने इतना गलती की लाइफ में. And that guy landed up in CCF, congestive cardiac failure, with pulmonary hypertension. So this could be typical guru. Guru is expansion of heart, cardiomegaly he got, with CCF, expansion and fluids in the lungs. So this is what can happen if you try to do something which is against your nature. तो वही बोलते हैं, शेर को बोले तुम घास फूस खाओ तो क्या होगा, वो खा ही नहीं सकेगा ना वो चीज. So the concept which was there previously of pure breed, like even we think about dogs. Dogs which are of pure breed are the costliest because their nature, everything is very predictable. Same thing now in humans. Now, I'm not against all these things, but then when we are going intercaste or when we are going against religion, means our genetic constitution is a particular thing. Means we are having a particular routine. Our genes are developed in that particular fashion. But when we go in the completely opposite caste, opposite tradition, opposite homes, opposite personalities, and the child which is born, usually you will find this conflicts in them. I'm seeing so many patients with that mental conflict, because what has been your genetic structure which has been there for generations. Like suppose I am a Jain or I'm a vegetarian, which is for generations it is having that desire to take non-veg is not there. Only if somebody tells me that okay, you can take non-veg, no problem, but I cannot eat non-veg at all. It is not that somebody is obstructing me to eat non-veg. That urge doesn't come in me at all. So this is the genetic linkage which is there for forefathers. We are eating the same thing, and then I go and get married to a, let's say, a strongly non-vegetarian person. So here, that person or me, either of us will have to do a lot of compromise at every level, which leads to suppression, which leads to conflict, like what we are having Guru here or any conflicting planet. and this is leading to more genetic problems in children. Or syphilis is now more prominent in children. That's why previously they used to match charts. Even now people match charts before getting married. तो वो गुण देखते हैं उसमें, स्टार compatibility देखते हैं, दशा compatibility देखते हैं. That is the reason. Because even if you are marrying some other caste, but then your charts are compatible, chances of you having a progeny or you getting into suppression becomes less. And it is usually true in 80 to 90% of cases, which I have seen in past 10 years. जो complete inimical charts है who get married, it is very difficult. The life itself becomes very difficult, or the progeny, especially the progeny, usually has some sort of a genetic defect. कुछ ना कुछ तो हो जाता है उनमें. There is something called nadi dosh. So if you go on net and if you see nadi dosha, you will understand what exactly it is. उसमें कुछ ना कुछ तो you will find that genetic problems which come up, which may not be a universal rule again, but it has been seen commonly.
Yes, sir. Previously, the purpose of marriage was santan utpatti.
Yes.
And companionship was the secondary this thing. वो देखते भी नहीं थे कौन है. ये पत्रिका, मतलब बहुत से ऐसे लोग हमने भी अभी देखे हैं जिन्होंने 10 साल से वाइफ को देखा ही नहीं है.
Yes.
हम जब छोटे तब ऐसे लोग भी थे. They never saw them, बस पत्रिका में और शादी.
पत्रिका मैच करने, पत्रिका वही था ना, वही चीज थी ना, पहले तो वही चीज थी. पहले तो देखते ही नहीं थे ना, चाइल्ड मैरिजेस थे ही ना. Previously, around 40 years back, majority of communities, there used to be child marriages. मतलब शादी बाद में करते थे, लेकिन शादी तय तभी हो जाती थी ना बचपन में. तो वो तभी कुंडली मिला लेते थे एट द एज ऑफ, मेरे ख्याल से 8-10 साल के बाद. ब्राह्मण्स में था किधर, तो तभी वो जनेऊ डालने के बाद वो कुंडली मिलाते थे. And then they used to decide for marriage depending upon the compatibility. गोत्र, वो सब चीजें अभी मुझे I don't remember, और मुझे इतना आता नहीं है वो सब चीजें, लेकिन for them the गोत्र also becomes very important. वो मुझे नहीं मालूम है. Yes, Ashutosh, you know something about it?
Yes sir, गण और गुण मिलाते हैं. गण उसमें राक्षस है या मनुष्य है, राक्षस है, देवता है, ये देखते हैं. और उसके गुण देखते हैं, नाड़ी देखते हैं. ये सब चीजें मूल होती हैं. फिर आपके ओवरऑल आपके एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल चार्ट भी देखे जाते हैं कि आपके गुण किसमें कितने ज्यादा मैच कर रहे हैं. दशाएं देखी जाती हैं. और प्लस फिर शादी का समय भी देखा जाता है उसमें कि अग्नि का स्थान क्या रहेगा उस समय, सूर्य किधर रहेंगे. इवन ग्रह प्रवेश में देखा जाएगा कि आपका चंद्रमा दाहिने है या बाएं है. विदाई का समय देखा जाएगा. एक चीज पर्टिकुलर देखते हैं.
एक चीज पर्टिकुलर देखी जाती थी पहले. और गोत्र, जैसे अभी इसने बोला सेम गोत्र में होंगे तो भाई बहन है, तो इसके लिए जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स के चांसेस आर वेरी हाई इन सच पीपल जो प्रोजेनी में है. तो इसके लिए सेम गोत्र में भी मेरे ख्याल से शादी नहीं करते थे.
हाँ बिल्कुल सर, सेम गोत्र में नहीं होगा. इवन गोत्र के साथ साथ मतलब सेम कास्ट में भी नहीं होगा. मतलब ब्राह्मण है, जैसे मान लीजिए मैं तिवारी हूँ, सांडिल्य गोत्र है, तो मैं सांडिल्य गोत्र से शादी नहीं हो सकती हमारी.
ओके. हाँ, तो ये सब चीजें थी. और पहले सो दैट वाज प्योर ब्रीड्स हम लोग जो बोलते हैं ना. सो दैट इज व्हाई यू विल फाइंड सिंधीज लुक लाइक सिंधीज, मारवाड़ीज यूज्ड टू लुक लाइक मारवाड़ीज. सब लोग को फेस को देख के आपको पता लगता था कि उसका कास्ट क्या है. उनके स्पीच से, उनके रहन सहन से अभी वो मिक्स होते जा रहा है. So that pureness is gradually going off completely. See, again, I'm telling, I'm not against it or I'm not advocating it. कुछ भी नहीं है. But then this is what is happening, and this is the fact which is leading to genetic disorders. और suppressions बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. अभी मेरे पास एक आती है, she is a गुज्जू, she got married to a Catholic. वो दोनों एक साथ कभी भी नहीं आते.
जी जी.
हाँ, तो बच्चा चाहिए, वो नहीं, हमको बच्चा नहीं चाहिए. No, both are at a very high position. लेकिन ऐसे बहुत कपल्स होते जा रहे हैं ग्रेजुअली, which मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ स्पेसिफिकली मेट्रोज में. कंपैरेटिवली आप बॉम्बे में, पूना में ये ज्यादा देखोगे कंपेयर टू लखनऊ में. तो आपके इधर शायद कम दिखाई देंगे कंपेयर. तो ओके, दिस वाज अबाउट जेमिनी. एनी क्वेश्चन?
मार्स का नहीं हुआ सर.
मार्स नहीं हुआ क्या? अच्छा, हाँ. तो मार्स in Gemini in first house is Mars is 6th lord and 11th lord in first house. 6th means what? House of disease, house of enemies. उसका लॉर्ड फर्स्ट में गया, और 11th का लॉर्ड मतलब हाउस ऑफ फ्रेंड्स, हाउस ऑफ acquaintances, house of gains, that is also in first house. तो एक मिक्स पिक्चर आ जाता है. मार्स इन Gemini in first house मतलब he will gain out of enemies. तो Mars first house में क्या होगा? There will be lot of enemies, there would be lot of obstructions, he will be into arguments. So such people हम लोग जो बोलते हैं कि who are criminal lawyers, or who can be commanders, who can be planners in armies, who can be even into racing, speed racers, something like that, who love to take risks. वो भी चीज हो सकती है. who are intellectual planners और fast planners, जो मार्स के वजह से प्लानिंग आ जाता है. But because Mars being the first 6th lord in first house, so that could lead to severe migraines, it could lead to blood pressure, it could lead to aneurysm, it could lead to brain infarcts, it could lead to paralysis, it could lead to head injuries. So, or increased use of brain leading to anger, or anger going into stroke, anger going into burst of aneurysm. ये सब चीजें you can think about Mars in first house. So but Mars usually it is gains from enemies, ऐसे हो जाता है. Because it is एक गलत हाउस का लॉर्ड है और एक गेन्स का भी लॉर्ड है. So that is how it can help you as far as Mars is concerned. Any other questions? Gemini, is it clear for everybody? See, मैं खुद Gemini हूँ. My ascendant is Gemini. And my moon is Virgo. So I'm completely Mercury dominant person. So personality very similar to me. I like to go into technology. I like to go into many things. I like to understand spirituality, but I myself am not spiritual in nature. But I like to learn about all religions. मतलब सीखते रहने का, समझते रहने का, and increase activity of brain. And mine Mars is exalted in 8th house, so that is why it is into astrology. And I told with Rahu, so it is into Cancer and astrology. and my Mercury is in 3rd house. Again, it is in the house of communication, in Sinha, in Leo. That again helped me to go into astrology or to go into logic. And Jupiter 6th May, that is why homeopath, because 12th house is related, again 10th house is related to Jupiter. But this is what I learned, or this is how I understood myself, that for me to meditate on a regular basis or to do yoga, means I have learned yoga very well. लेकिन मुझे वो जमता नहीं है जितना how much I love physical activities like cycling or like any other table tennis or outdoor activities comparatively, or weight training. So पहले बोलते योगा करो, तुम्हारे दिमाग को ठंडा करो. It is difficult for me. So I tend to do it, but in a limited fashion. So everything is not suitable for everybody. So how it helped me to understand, okay, that Gemini thing of lack of perseverance, I have to be more steady. I have to be more perseverant in nature. I have to slow down. So this COVID thing or this lockdown helped me to slow down on things. Help me to compose myself. So from your chart, you tend to learn what are your deficiencies, how you can capitalize on them, and how you can learn from your chart. And that helps you to become a better person, a better human. You understand what is your weakness, you understand what your strengths, and you can capitalize on their strengths or weaknesses. And go ahead. So this is related to Gemini. Okay. No questions now.
सर जेमिनाई का साइन क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा?
ड्यूअल है ना वो.
हाँ,
मेल एंड फीमेल.
हाँ, वो क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा?
वही ना, कंफ्यूजन रिप्रेजेंट करता.
जी सर.
कंफ्यूजन एंड कम्युनिकेशन है ना उसमें.
ओके.
हाँ, एक कंफ्यूजन है और एक कम्युनिकेशन है. वो जो साइन है ना, एक में को देख के बात कर रहे हैं ना, वो साइन है. मुझे एग्जैक्टली ध्यान में नहीं आ रहा है जो. हाँ, सो इट इज कम्युनिकेशन है. Gemini is everything related to Gemini is communication.
अच्छा सर.
It is related to inquisitiveness. जैसे बचपन में मैं खुद मुझे अभी याद है, मैं मदर को पूछा था मैं किधर से आया बोलो. When I was very young, even 5 years old or 6 years old, मदर बोलती थी तू हमेशा ये पूछता था, ये किधर से आया, ये क्या हुआ, मैं किधर से आया बोल. भगवान से आया तो कैसे आया, भगवान से कौन से प्लेन से आया. So this tendency was there from my childhood. Or liking Star Wars or movies like Superman, Batman. वो सब चीजें, वो टाइप के मूवीज साइंस फिक्शन के मुझे बहुत पसंद थे. So जो फैंसीज है, एब्जॉर्ब्ड इन है. So this is to be away from reality or to understand कि how things takes place or why things takes place. So why was always my question to my teachers, or that is how I learned things, because my memory has always been very bad for names as well as for streets. But my logic was always strong because I tried to understand why this is occurring, why you should इसके बाद क्या, जैसे I was talking about Gemini, that we usually can predict very easily कि चलो ये चीज है, अभी ये होने वाली है करके. जैसे फॉर मी इट वाज वेरी इजी, वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाती कि मार्च में ये वेव एक्सपेक्टेड था, सेकेंड कोविड वेव इतना आएगा नहीं मालूम था, लेकिन इट वाज एक्सपेक्टेड बिकॉज चलो लॉजिक ये था कि दिसंबर में उधर आया था, उसके पहले तो इधर अपने इधर मार्च में आया था, तो दिस इज नथिंग टू रिलेट, नथिंग टू डू विद वेदर, एक 3-4 मंथ्स का गैप है, तो दिस कम्स नेचुरली फॉर जेमिनी और मर्क्यूरी पीपल, वो इजी हो जाता है हम लोगों को, बट एट द सेम टाइम टू मेमोराइज बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट।
यस सर।
ठीक है
जी जी।
हाँ, एनीथिंग एल्स?
सर
हाँ,
जैसे मंगल और राहु आपके 8th हाउस में, इसलिए आप कैंसर के मतलब इसमें ज्यादा एक्सपर्ट हो गए ऐसा कुछ है, तो जहाँ भी राहु आएगा, कहा मतलब बुध के साथ आए या शुक्र के साथ आए, जहाँ भी आए, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर वक्त वो निगेटिव इफेक्ट देगा, तो ये तो आपका पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट हो गया ना सर, कि
Yes.
आप इसका काम कर रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये किस बेस पे हो सकता है?
नहीं अभी मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना कि द थिंग इज कि मार्स मेरा 11th लॉर्ड है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, हाँ, जो उच्च का है, हाँ, इन 8th हाउस मकर का मार्स है मेरा, एंड सेकेंडली इट इज द 6th लॉर्ड एंड 11th लॉर्ड इन 8th हाउस, हाँ, विच इज एग्जाल्टेड, हाँ, 6th हाउस मतलब क्या, हाउस ऑफ डिसीज का लॉर्ड है, जो एग्जाल्ट हो गया है 8th हाउस में, और वो विपरीत राजयोग बोलते हैं उसको, तो ये विपरीत राजयोग के साथ राहु आ गया, हाँ, तो राहु इज अ कारक फॉर कैंसर, एंड राहु जैसे मैंने बोला है ना, मकर में राहु इज अ, मकर में राहु इज नॉट बैड, जो शनि के राशि है और मिथुन जो मर्क्यूरी के राशि है, और वीनस के राशि में राहु इज नॉट सपोज टू बी वेरी बैड, तो लेकिन उसकी नेगेटिव इफेक्ट वही है ना कि अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा, इफ आई गो इनटू इट, वो कंट्रोल नहीं रहता है, द प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी अगेन इज कंट्रोल, मुझे खुद को रोकना पड़ता है चीजों में, वो बहते जाता हूं, तो इफ आई गो इनटू दैट देन इट लीड्स टू ब्रेन फैट, और इट लीड्स टू माय शुगर गोइंग वेरी हाई, तो वो किधर ना किधर तो राहु रोकता नहीं है, तो राहु मार्स कॉम्बिनेशन मेक्स अस वेरी हरिड, मेक्स अस वेरी इंपल्सिव, तो इसकी नेगेटिव क्वालिटी ये हो गई कि वो पेशेंस कम हो जाती है हमारे में, तो हर एक चीज की एक पॉजिटिव क्वालिटी भी रहती है, नेगेटिव क्वालिटी भी रहती है, लेकिन वो समझ में आया तो देन फॉर अस देन इट बिकम्स वेरी इजी कि बाबा मुझे मालूम है ये नेगेटिव क्वालिटीज है मेरे में, तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्कीजोफ्रेनिक केसेस है, साइकोटिक डिसऑर्डर केसेस है, जो मेंटल केसेस है, दूसरे मतलब स्किन के केसेस है, विटिलिगो केसेस है, यूजुअली मैं वो लेता ही नहीं हूँ वो पेशेंट्स, क्योंकि दे आर स्लो एंड दे इम्प्रूवमेंट बहुत स्लो होती है, उसमें उसमें रिजल्ट्स मिलने में बहुत टाइम और बहुत पेशेंस रखना पड़ता है, तो इट इज नॉट मैचिंग माय पर्सनैलिटी, वाइल मुझे हार्ट डिसीजेस है, कोविड है, फिर अस्थमैटिक्स है, अल्सरेटिव कोलाइटिस है, ऑटो इम्यून डिसीजेस है, क्रॉन्स है, जिधर भी एक फास्ट एक्टिंग रेमेडीज रहते हैं, आई गेट बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स आउट देयर, जो सोरिक है, जो सोरोसिफिलिटिक है, जो ट्यूबरकुलर है, और इवन प्योर सिफिलिटिक है, तो मेरी स्ट्रेंथ उधर आती है, मेरी स्ट्रेंथ विटिलिगो में नहीं आएगी, मेरी स्ट्रेंथ जैसे एडीएचडी है, ऑटिस्टिक केसेस में, इट इज नॉट माय स्ट्रेंथ, तो आपको ये समझना चाहिए फ्रॉम योर चार्ट कि व्हाट इज योर स्ट्रेंथ एंड व्हाट इज योर वीकनेसेस, तो ऐसे जरूरी नहीं है कि आप हर एक चीज को, हर एक पेशेंट को ठीक कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो करना चाहिए आपको, आपकी खुद की एप्टीट्यूड आपको निकाल के करनी चाहिए, एंड दोज हु आर गुड, जैसे डॉक्टर योगी है, ही इज वेरी गुड इन स्लो केसेस, तो मैं उसको बोलता बाबा तू ले ले, मेरे बस की बात नहीं है वो, उसके लिए पेशेंस चाहिए बहुत स्ट्रांगली, which is lacking in me, which वो जो मैंने अभी किया है डेवलप काफी हद तक, बट स्टिल वो मेरी एप्टीट्यूड नहीं है, और इफ आई ट्राई टू डेवलप दैट इट विल लीड टू सेपरेशन इन मी। तो वो मैं नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ। तो वो नेगेटिव चीज आ जाती है राहु और मार्स के वजह से, कि वो जो सटलनेस रहती है, वो पेशेंस चीज कम हो जाती है हमारे में, सिग्निफिकेंटली कम हो जाती है। तो हर एक नेगेटिव प्लैनेट्स में पॉजिटिविटी रहती है, लेकिन वो समझना चाहिए अपने को। इसके लिए अपना चार्ट समझो पहले, पहले दूसरों को ट्रीट करने से पहले समझ आपने आपको ट्रीट करो, नॉट इन वे ऑफ होम्योपैथी, नॉट इन वे ऑफ मेडिसिन, बट अंडरस्टैंडिंग योरसेल्फ कि आपके वीकनेसेस क्या है, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है। लोग क्या बोलते हैं कि बाबा आपको सब चीज आनी चाहिए, व्हाई यू शुड नो एवरीथिंग, इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड। जैसे मुझे पेंटिंग जमता ही नहीं, मैं एक आदमी का मुंह ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकता हूँ, अभी भी नहीं कर सकता, कितना भी कोशिश करूं मैं। आई कैन नॉट ड्रॉ, माई हैंड राइटिंग मैंने बहुत कोशिश की इंप्रूव करने की, नहीं कर सकता मैं। तो मैं बोला फिर क्यों एक्सेप्टेबल लेवल पे करो, नहीं तो फिर उसको जो मर्क्यूरी रिलेटेड है, देन आई स्टार्टेड टाइपिंग। मतलब फॉर मी आई वॉज द फर्स्ट पर्सन 25 years बैक, 25 नहीं, अभी कितने 28 साल पहले 286 कंप्यूटर आया था, तभी मैंने खरीदा। और आई प्रिपेयर्ड अ प्रोग्राम फॉर माई सेल्फ दैट टाइम, पेशेंट मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम 28 साल पहले, जब भी लोगों को फॉक्स प्रो में, जब भी मतलब कंप्यूटर कैसे वर्ड भी नहीं था, नहीं तो ऑपरेशन भी नहीं होता था। इट वाज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट विंडोज 3.1 कुछ तो आया था, तभी ये बुक्स पढ़ के आई हैड प्रिपेयर्ड अ पेशेंट मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम एट दैट टाइम। तो वो इंक्लिनेशन था, तो मैंने बोला चलो, मैं हैंड राइटिंग मेरी खराब है, मेरी किसी को समझ में नहीं आते, तो लेट मी स्टार्ट टाइपिंग। और जो सीखा मैंने क्लिनिक पे ही सीखा टाइपिंग। दिस वाज इन 1995, 1996 मैंने फर्स्ट कंप्यूटर लिया था लोन पे, सम 45,000 रुपीज में था तभी, 2,000 रुपया हफ्ता था, मुझे अभी भी याद है।
आज भी उतना ही आ रहा है।
हाँ लेकिन तभी 45,000 वाज अ बिग अमाउंट।
That's what
हाँ, हाँ बहुत बड़ी चीज थी। हाँ 45
मतलब आज का 4.5 लाख हो गया सर।
हाँ आज का 4.5 लाख रुपया हो गया अप्रोक्सीमेटली।
ज्यादा ही
नहीं, हाँ 2-2 हजार रुपया भी तभी पे करना मुश्किल था, 2-2.5 हजार रुपया हफ्ता था, 3 साल का समथिंग आई पेड। हाँ तो वो चीज थी, तभी वो डेवलप किया था प्रोग्राम पढ़ पढ़ के, कि डेटाबेस कैसे बनाते हैं, क्या बनाते हैं। हाँ, हाँ। तो जैसे एस्ट्रोलॉजी का प्रोग्राम है हम लोग ने, मैंने बनना। सो ये इंक्लिनेशन, जो मेरी वीकनेसेस है मैंने उसको साइड में रख दिया, मेरे स्ट्रेंथ्स है उसको कैपिटलाइज किया। तो आप लोगों को भी आपकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, आपके चार्ट से आप समझो। जैसे श्रद्धा है, आई थिंक सो शी हैड कम टू मी एज अ पेशेंट, तो उसका 8th का लॉर्ड इज इन 4th हाउस। तो 8th इज रिलेटेड टू एस्ट्रोलॉजी, इट इज रिलेटेड टू अलाइड साइंस, एंड इट इज इन 4th हाउस। तो 4th हाउस इज रिलेटेड टू होम। तो शी इज अ वेरी गुड वास्तु शास्त्र, शी इज डूइंग वेरी वेल इन वास्तु शास्त्र। सो दिस इज व्हाट यू आर born to do। तो वो अगर आप चीज करोगे एंड यू डोंट ट्राई टू डू समथिंग ऑपोजिट, इफ यू ट्राई टू डू समथिंग ऑपोजिट यू विल एंड अप इन सेपरेशन। और वो एफर्ट्स बहुत लगेंगे आपको, यू विल बी गोइंग अगेंस्ट द टाइड। हाँ आपके नेचुरल इंक्लिनेशन के साथ आप जो चीज करोगे उसमें फिर आपको सक्सेस भी मिलेगा, एंड यू विल गो विद द टाइड्स, with the tide, and you will be very successful in your life। वो चीज हमेशा मुझे काम आई है, ये चीज। ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट खुद के चार्ट को समझो, आइडेंटिफाई योर स्ट्रेंथ्स एंड वीकनेसेस एंड डू इट। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?